Hello and welcome once more to episode 3 of the Camarilla version of Nightrunners. Now, as you may have guessed, we have a special guest, Sir Cuddle, as some of you may know them from our Anarch game, but they're not playing a little depressive espresso La Sombra this time. But they'll introduce their character later in the game. So let's first off go round our table and introduce everyone. I'm Mike. I'll be your storyteller this evening. Lacey Peterson.
Hi, I'm Saber. I'm playing #LoveLacey. Looking forward to seeing you.
Babel.
Hi, I am Bubble, your Malkavian Netrunner, and I may have fucked up.
Hero.
Hi, I'm MK, and I'm playing Hero today.
And Cuddle. Who are you playing this evening? Or do you want to keep it secret for the moment?
Keep it a secret.
And before we do start, I'd like to remind everyone that this show is for mature audiences. It may have depictions of violence, body horror, suicide, sexual themes, power imbalances, forced actions, gaslighting, and other taboo subjects. We urge you to watch at your own discretion and take breaks if you need to, and skip parts entirely if you have to. My players have made me aware of all their veils and lines, and I will be adhering to them. We want nothing more than to make you comfortable and our table comfortable. So, sit back, relax, and remember one thing. We're playing monsters, so you can hate the character, but don't hate the player. Babble, if you would. Draw me a card.
The card for today's episode is the Star Reversed.
Hope.
Which stands for despair, pessimism, and boredom.
Well, let's see how that plays into our hand as we begin this episode.
It's all about humanity.
We open in the car park of Nightcorp. Lacey, Babel, Hero, and Sable, you are standing there. Gort is still staring at the data chart. We need to see Ian as soon as possible. As he says that, there is a cough from behind him. Sable, if you all turn round, you would see Minerva standing at the entrance of the car park. We need to leave. Sable looks at the three of you, bows her head, and makes her way towards the Tremere Primogym. The two of them leaving the car park and into the night as the rain hammers down outside. Gort looks at the three of you. No matter. Leave the body. You three follow me. Can I have a wits technology roll from all of you? As Gort begins to make his way towards the elevator.
Is it just a straight technology roll?
Yes.
You say, what? So what was the thing they're rolling? Sorry.
Wits and technology.
Okay.
Okay. Hero. You would feel this heaviness in your body, as if something is dragging you down. Your optics, you keep seeing flashes, almost like stars. There's something wrong with them. There's something wrong with your body right now. It's not functioning as it should. You don't know what exactly, but you don't believe you could do what you normally could do. Babel, you're very much the same. You check your cyber deck, it's just a paperweight. You have no connection to the net. There is nothing going through your Kyrioshi optics. You are blind for the first time in decades. Lacey, you feel a heaviness, but you don't know exactly where it's coming from. You just know that your body is not at peak performance, and that is not #LoveLacey branding. Quickly, we must move.
Bubble will just follow.
And so, Hero.
How is Babel following currently? She is technically blind.
She'll be playing a game of Marco Polo, then realise that she's blind, and begrudgingly put her hand on Hero, Lacey, whoever's closest, shoulder nearby.
Would the two of you help Babel and direct them? Just, yeah. Okay. And you see as Gort walks towards the elevator, he seems to have a limp in his right leg where he didn't have one before, and he keeps muttering to himself in what can only be assumed to be an Eastern European accent, something over and over and over again. He walks towards the elevator. It does not move, does not ding, does not open. You hear Gort curse a long line of profanities in this accent and in this dialect and language before he moves off. Quickly, this way. The entire tower is down.
I don't think I have quickly, but I'll follow as quickly as someone else can lead me.
He turns. Ah, I will find a way to upgrade that so it doesn't affect you when this happens.
Lacey will whisper to Babel, "Hey, if you want to fake like a leg injury, I can pick you up. No quite hurt. I'm slow, but I'm still kicking."
Anybody tells anybody about this, I will destroy you.
Just say your leg got
Yes,
fucked
please.
in the escape. It's fine.
Yes, please.
Piggyback or princess?
Whatever's fastest.
I'm gonna scoop Babel up, princess style.
Alright, Bubble is pretty light.
Bubble is cringing.
Yeah, and she's pretty light, so you don't need to roll for this. But you see as Gort, well, Hero and Lacey, you see as Gort walks towards this concrete wall. There's no markings on the wall. There's nothing to distinguish it from anything else, at least from what you can see. But he walks up and he puts his right hand against it and begins to etch symbols onto it. As he etches the last symbol, you hear this creak of concrete as the wall swings inward. Sometimes the old ways, they are better. Come. And he pushes the concrete wall inward, revealing a dark tunnel that leads down a metal staircase. And he begins to descend those stairs. Slowly, but getting there. The further you go down, and this is several flights of stairs, going down and down and down into what seems like the bottom of Night City. Below street level, below sewer level. And you notice something. That heaviness you had, Hero, seems to start lifting up. You seem to be looser. Your vision isn't as blurry as it once was. Bubble, you too. Your vision slowly begins to correct itself, connecting to something the further you go down. This, Bubble, to you, is weird, because the further you go down, the less of a connection you should have. But here it seems to be going up. Daisy, you, very much the same, start to feel lighter, looser, better. Your cybernetics are kicking in. It's not just your undead flesh that is keeping you going now, but your cybernetics as well. Even Gort, his limp, has disappeared. And finally, as you descend to the bottom of these stairs, you enter a long corridor. There are no markings on the wall, nothing to distinguish it, except for two men standing at what looks like a large steel door. One that you would see on a very high-tech vault.
Lacey, you can put me down now. I think I'm good, thank you.
If you're sure.
Very.
Okay, but if we need to make a quick ascent, you just let me know.
Absolutely.
Just say yes.
Yeah, sorry.
She sets her down.
And you begin to follow Gort as he walks up towards this door. And the two men standing at each side of it are heavily armoured. Flak jackets, helmets that cover their entire face, and large automatic weapons. They look at Gort and the three of you. Oh, yes, that is correct. Now, 1 second. And you see Gort press his long extended right finger to what looks like an input center on the side of his temple. And the three of you get sent mail, a text with a PDF. I will need you to all sign this before you see what is in here. This is a non-disclosure agreement. Whatever you hear, see, or smell within those doors, you cannot tell anyone under orders from the prince. If you do, it will be your heads. Of course, you may read it, but it is 77 pages long, and we do not have all night.
Is my cyber deck back up and running?
It is.
Can I scan the document? Do like Control F for final death?
You can. And there are several sections, subsections A, subsection C, subsection 2.1457A, which refer to final death upon the upon any and all involvement in revealing the secret of Night Corp, and or the secrets that one may find within this door.
Thumbprint and sign.
I can't sign anything unless I know that Vera is okay with this.
And Gort looks at you. This comes from a higher authority than your dominator.
Hero signs it.
Good. He looks at Lucy.
She is going to put a big ass L.
Good. And the moment you all sign it, disappears and gets sent to him. Good, good, good. Open the door. The two guards, they turn. And they both flick a switch and push their hand against what looks like an infrared scanner. As they do, there's a large hiss as the door begins to open. A large creak as the metal scrapes along ground. Quickly, inside, go!
Oh, thanks.
And you all make your way inside. And as you do, you are greeted with cold, metallic noises. In the center of the room, there is a pod. That pod is connected to several wires that snake out of it and into Baba, what you would recognize straight away as servers. Hundreds of thousands of servers that go up and up and up towards an endless seeming ceiling. The pod, from what you can tell, Babel, is a highly advanced net running pod that has internal cryogenics to keep the body cool. There are
Bubble makes a mental note to add one to her wish list.
There are 2 tubes sticking out, smaller than the electrical wires that spark with blue lightning that go up as if pulses were going out. 2 smaller tubes that go into what look like IV bags with very different liquid inside. Doesn't take a genius to know what blood red is in these bags. And Gort walks up towards Pod. This is one of the largest secrets within our organization. The only reason I am here is because I honestly had no other choice. He turns towards a console that's beside the pod and begins to type in a code. As he does, a loud hiss echoes across the room and a cold mist seeps out. Ian, your eyes open for what seems like a long time in the real world. You see standing before you a face you do recognize, bald with metallic parts, wires running through his skin. Glasses of green emerald that look down on you. Are you still functioning, Ian?
Oh God, you woke me up, my prince!
Yes. He seems to stutter. You can tell he's not used to this sort of conversation, so he steps back a little bit.
Yes, I remember. You are the shy one. Yeah. Why am I...
You must know what happened.
I was very busy.
What is the situation?
Well, somebody let something off and there was, about several things that I was doing at the time. It looks like somebody tried to break into the back gate.
What do you mean?
Who are all you? You all look familiar. Hero? Lazy. And, oh, I know you. Bubble?
Hello.
Hello, you all speak, no?
You have me at a disadvantage. You know me, I don't know you.
That's right. I am, well, do I tell them what I do? No? You want to tell them what I do?
They have signed the non-disclosure agreement.
Oh, they signed. Okay, I am Ian. I run the whole entire thing up there. I see everything you do. You try to hack into my systems here at, Night Court.
Babble, you did it.
I have seen and watched all of you for a long, long time. Well, I watch over everyone.
It's an impressive system that you're holding down.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And why are we lucky enough to be meeting you today?
Well, that's because somebody set off something they weren't supposed to set off. And it looks like a bunch of information got loose, unfortunately. And apparently 2 other kindred were captured, from what I could tell on the NPC cameras.
Who?
Let me see. LAC? LAC? LLAC?
Miss Lacey's fine.
It's it's a Bruja. And then, if I can remember, let me see, pull it in. A Maryland Suite? That one was up and through. It looks like they were taken away by several or maybe 2 very armed men. When did this all happen? What happened to the tower? What? You set off the thing, and I was doing the one thing. I was trying to get that back to normal.
Sorry to interrupt you, Ian. Would you happen to be able to show us images of the Bruja adventurer who were captured?
Yeah,
Because if
sure.
we can
Why
help
not?
them, we want to make sure.
Yes, so Ian, if you could make me a wits technology roll.
7.
7. Without missing a beat, Hero, Lissy, Babel, each of you all get a flash of images going towards your eyes from what looks like an upper level camera looking down on a street corner. You see 2 women walking out of what looks like a bar. Suddenly a large car comes around the corner and 4 men jump out. 2 of the men are holding crossbows, and without missing a beat they shoot the 2 women straight in the chest. The 2 women fall and they are dragged into the back of the car. Civilians in the street run away screaming, but they move quickly. You also notice that these people, Babel, are dressed very similarly to the ones from Alessandro's apartment. Various different clothing, and they are wearing scabbard masks. You hear Gort as the image disappears. Ayala Lee and Mylar Sweeney, what were they doing together? When did this happen, Ian?
Not that long ago. Right about when the ENP went off, along with a lot of information that got out. I was trying to negate and pull up the back gates and close everything down, but unfortunately I could not help that some of the stuff got out.
Wait, are you saying that when the power went out, someone opened the back door?
Mm-hmm.
How much was
Yep.
taken?
Whoop. A lot of information. Looks like several kindreds, places of living. That's not good. They know their food, where they live, their connections, everything good about them as well. And then also a very important project that was listed. Unfortunately, sorry.
Wait, what project?
I think it was called a car something. Carpe Nocturne. All the Zetabytes are all gone. You are all so quiet. Are they like this all the time?
Our processors just run so much slower than yours, Ian. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm normally about this quiet.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
The next voice y'all hear isn't Gort's. It isn't Ian's. It's a much calmer, more authoritative voice. It comes directly from behind all of you. You see Gort in the corner of your eye stand up straight, as straight as he can, for Nosferatu. Well, it seems you 3 have some explaining to do as to what you did to my tower.
We did nothing, to be completely honest.
Is that right,
Directly.
Miss Peterson? Have you turned round when you said that?
I will turn around now.
There you will see a older gentleman, roughly in his 40s. his cybernetics going down the side of his eye, and he's wearing a very nice navy blue suit with a black shirt and tie. His eyes are glinted with crimson. You recognize your boss, Prince Knight.
I think Hero is just being very quiet. They know they're just eyes on the ground, very quiet, just knowing their places are not particularly secure here.
Bubble is in that bucket. She fucked up and she's an anarch. And she's like, oh, the big bad is in the building. Oh.
Lacey's gonna bow.
He will not acknowledge your bow.
That's fine. She'll stay down until undressed.
God, I need a sit rep. Ian, it's strange to see you up. Is it about Havens? That one's to blame. Babel, correct?
They are
Yes.
young.
Well, I am in a forgiving mood. Nothing that was taken cannot be retrieved. Tonight, I want you all to find those two kindred. I don't care how long it takes, but you will do it by dawn. Sleep under the streets, but do not come back here unless you come with Ayala and Mylar and those that took them. Am I understood?
Yes, sir.
I will warn you now. There is nowhere you can run. There is nowhere you can hide. There is no protection anyone can offer you in the city that I will not burn down. This is my city. I will not have people killing my subjects. I will not have people making us look foolish. So, tonight, you will find our missing kindred and bring me the people who did it. Fantastic. Now, if you don't mind, Ian, please fix my fucking tower.
Anything for you, friend.
You see him turn and walk out of the room. Gort. Gort is shaking. He doesn't know whether he should be happy or terrified that the prince didn't even acknowledge him. He's unsure whether he is the one truly in trouble or Bubble is. Well, that, I think we should all get to work on, how long will it take to fix Ian?
Hopefully I can have everything back by tonight. But I've already got it running.
Good. I will stay here then, and I will continue to fix the holes in the system.
Ian,
Mm-hmm.
is this video footage geotagged?
Of course, it always is.
Of course it is. You, my dear, spectacular, 5 stars. If I could go higher, I would. Could we have the geotag?
what do I get?
Well, I am more than happy to call you princess the rest of your days like you oh so definitely deserve.
No. I want one thing only.
What would you like, my dear?
You can convince that one to share a pot with me. Then maybe. But we do that later.
Lacey's going to turn directly to Gort.
He stares at the two of you, open-eyed and mouth agape. You see his snaggle-like teeth. I'm going to go over here and begin work.
We could do what we need to do before the prince chops off all of your heads. But we do that later, okay?
Wait, again, you cannot leave here.
Tazu. My job is to protect the tower, right?
Yes.
And the tower is in danger, right?
Gort looks around the room like he doesn't know what to say. Yes.
Because of these two people, who, by the way, are at a club called Electric Orgasm.
Okay. I think that's downtown.
Are you going to watch them? Are you going to watch them?
No, I'm gonna go over here. And he walks away as fast as his little Nosferatu body can go and begins
Wait,
to...
Primogen?
Peterson, he turns.
It would really be a shame if we're unable to get this done before the prince finds out you're the one who told Babel to plug in.
Roll me a manipulation persuasion roll for what you're
Oh, I'm so
trying
gonna
to do.
fucking... Okay, that's good. I'm still probably gonna die. Here we go. Okay, that's 6.
No, what do you mean? I didn't tell Babel to plug it in. They did it on their own.
No, I distinctly remember you strongly suggesting that someone test out and find out what was on that.
Should I check the systems and see if that's true?
Absolutely.
I add this onto another thing you owe me then. We'll do it after we do what we need to do.
Well, maybe if it turns out to be true, we could all keep it between us, and the Primogen would be so happy that this stayed so secret between us that he'd stay 2 nights with you.
I think about it. Maybe I'd burrow into you, though.
I would be honored.
May I ask, we know where they were staked, at the club. Does the footage show where they were taken?
So as you watch the footage, you see that it takes off in a northerly direction, but you can't see any more than that there. At least not until you get to the location, maybe.
So we can't follow them through like the traffic cams and see where they were
Not currently.
driving to.
What's Babel thinking at the moment?
Babel is confused, conflicted, wants to play with whatever is in here really badly. Really badly wants to plug in and play. Is a little intimidated and also kind of attracted to Ian because look at all the toys they have. And is also very uncomfortable with the play between Gort and Ian. And is just very confused and just wants to get out of here. Please?
I can guarantee you Gort is much more uncomfortable than you are.
I don't know if that's possible right now.
And what is Hero thinking as well? Is this
Hero is just like, okay, we're on the clock. We have to move. Like, Hero is just ready to go and start doing what needs to be done, I think. they've got a to-do list. Hero is raring to go.
So, Gort finally looks back to Lizzie. What is it you want?
I would love.
Go ahead.
I know what you want, Ian.
I want what Ian wants. I want Ian to be happy so this mission goes quickly, smoothly, and without any bumps and bruises.
Right. So what are you asking
And
of
what-
me?
I am asking for you to spend one fantastic night chatting with the most brilliant, lovely person who runs this entire tower. And would love a bit of your time, Gord. I'm sure they'd love to spend a little more time with you so they can learn from you and you from them, you know? Really dig into their circuits.
I am sorry.
I want to hook my hardware into your hardware and see
Okay,
what you
now
have going on underneath all of that.
Okay, I would like to now go with Hero.
So, Gort was about to say something there. But it's completely cut off by what Ian says, and just, if a Nosferatu could, like, blush, the guy would be beetroot. He just turns and begins to type on the computer. Go then, just go. Stop wasting
You're
time.
coming with us then, Ian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, shall we? And Hero will gesture towards the exit.
Lacey will hold out her hand for Ian to like lead her up.
So nice.
It's the least I can do.
So, you all begin to leave what is colloquially known in those in the know, the hub.
Just before we leave, I'll turn back and say to Gort, I'm really sorry. And then just beeline out.
Yeah. And as you all beeline out, the doors close behind you. The loud sound of steel on concrete once more echoing in the dark chamber. The guards standing there silhouetted against the darkness with just the bare minimum of light. However, there is a small light at the bottom of this tunnel that was not there before, right next to the stars.
Can I see what it is with my optics back up and running?
Good, it is an elevator door.
Huh. Turn back to Ian. You're good.
I know. Someday you'll get good too. I like playing with you, by the way. Did you have fun in there?
You have all the best toys.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to play with them sometime.
Most people would like to play with my toys.
Are we taking the elevator up the stairs?
Elevator.
Okay, let's go.
Elevator.
As y'all make your way to the elevator, the doors open. And there are a lot more buttons on this one than there are on the normal elevators you take in the car park or on other office floors. Yeah, and you press the elevator button to the car park. Doors close and the elevator begins to ascend. There's no music playing, which I'm sure for Babel is a godsend after hearing several soundtracks in just a few days, from normal music to Barbie Girl remix. It's silent. I find the doors ding back open and you're in the car park.
Okay. Shall I get us a ride?
Yep.
an armored vehicle, preferably, or something that's more tanky.
I'm thinking something with speed and agility and, given what we're going after, boot space.
You got it, Captain.
So do you make your way towards the gatekeeper, as it were, the keykeeper? And you make your way towards the man. The man is very much the same as when you last left him. He is reclined back in a chair, balding, rather obese. Ah, you're back.
Hi.
I
We haven't met.
no, wait. I recognize you.
Yeah, most people do.
Sorry, got something stuck in my throat.
Okay. Awesome. You should drink some water.
Yeah, good idea.
So I need something, and I'm sure you are like the expert of all of the cars in this garage, right?
I mean, I'm known for it.
I need something that's fast, that has great steering control, like hard agility core, like Mario Kart HG levels. And I also need something with decent storage space.
What's a Mario Kart? Yeah, sure. Have you got the request form?
Ancient game.
Have you got the request form?
Really? Because you've let like 3 people I know borrow without one.
No, everyone has had to sign for one. Do you have your company ID?
That I have.
Ah, Lacey Peterson. Hashtag Lovelace. I did go to your gym once. It wasn't for me. There was a really old guy there. He was very intense.
Oh, yeah. He's so great though. He's intensive. He's intensive first.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
He is very
but
disinterested in what you're
Dennis
saying.
Dennis is super great.
Mm-hmm. Lennis. Mm-hmm. Alright, there you go.
I haven't spoken. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Sorry.
Bye.
He then, as you walk away, goes and gets a key off a rack. Do you want these?
Yes.
He holds mine.
Either you give me the keys, or I let your superiors know that you're fucking led with staff.
He's holding them out towards you.
Oh, I thought you were like jump for it.
No, he's in like he's in like a security box and he's holding them out the window like.
Oh, okay, I'll take them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're holding them up here, and I was like,
Yeah.
you think you jump? No.
Yeah. So you get the keys, and this one is very, very quick, and you hit the button. One of the armored SUVs lights up.
Let's go.
I might take the bike and I'll meet you there.
Okay. Oh, should we change? We're going to a club.
Into what?
No, I think you look fantastic. All of you, trust me, you're not gonna wanna change.
I trust the super brain.
And let's
Okay.
go.
And who's driving? Is Lacey driving? Bubble.
Bubble's driving.
Hey. And Hero, you're driving a motorcycle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. So you all get on your respective vehicles. Bubble, you're driving through the streets. The rain is still pelting the windows of the car. It's almost like a drum beat going off as the rain pellets smack. It's quite hard and heavy. But you're able to make your way from Night Corp all the way down towards Union Street. The traffic is quite light. There aren't that many people on the roads because no one likes to drive in the rain. Let's be quite honest, especially at night time. And you make your way to Union Street in downtown. You can see, as you all park up, you can see exactly where the two women were taken. You see exactly the markings on the wall, the same graffiti, the same trash on the ground.
In the graffiti, are there any of the sword type symbols that we saw at Alessandro's?
No, there aren't any of those, but there are several other gang symbols or a few tiger claw symbols. But again, for this neighborhood, that's not unusual.
Is there anything here that we could have one of our runners plug into to sort of try and figure out where they went?
Roll me what's investigation?
6.
6.
No, 8.
Ooh,
I got a crit.
Ooh.
good lord.
2 with a potential messy. If that's not enough.
So, Hero, as you get off your bike, this is an obvious scene of some sort of kidnapping. It was quick, it was fast. There are skid marks on the ground where the tires burned rubber and took off down the road. You can see the shaft of a broken bolt lying on the ground right by the pavement and where the road meet. You
Can I pick it up?
Yes, you can. You can see several cameras, not just in the club, but on street level, that you know instinctively are NCPD controlled. Traffic cameras, speed cameras, it's all connected on one network. Babel, it's raining, it's really heavy. Ian's right there. Don't really notice these things. But you know enough about technology to know that these things are all watched. The street is constantly watched.
You're good at this stuff, Ian. Do you want to show off a little?
Me? I suppose I can. But you have to make a distraction.
What sort of distraction?
Make sure nobody sees me do it, okay? That's all you have to do. You be my eyes, I be your eyes. Okay?
Okay.
And I will hack into the system.
Roll me your with technology, or with cybernetic. What is Lacey, Babel, and Hero doing currently? Yeah, but Hero, you picked up the shaft, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing anything with it?
I'm just gonna pocket it, just for evidence. Just in case it might be useful later. Also because the stake that I had is now in the chest of that thin blood, so...
Yeah. I wonder what happened to him.
If we need to cause a distraction, I am thinking I'm going to try and hack a car coming past to cause a car crash.
Okay, interesting. Okay. Lacey, Babel.
Well, Bubble was just going to get into the SUV, go to an intersection and start doing donuts.
Can also do that.
I mean,
Can also do that.
fair.
She's a bit wary of hacking right now.
Lacey.
Lacey's gonna let them do their thing.
You're supposed to
They
stand
have
there.
this covered. Spark crash. We're fine. She's
Oh,
just gonna
Hero,
start walking.
if Babel is going to do that, I was just trying to think of something that doesn't necessarily draw attention to us or to the car that we're in.
Okay, yeah, that's sense
so-
Bubble's also not thinking.
I was thinking if we cause a car crash, it's the attention is on the car that has crashed and not on us.
That's probably better.
So,
Would you all like to
I think-
discuss this plan in character, or?
Well, Ian asked Hero to cause a distraction. I think Hero's just going to do it.
Yeah.
And so I think Hero's going to do a quick hack and just try and the next car that comes past, try and take control of it to steer it into like the nearest lamp post.
Yeah, roll me your wits and technology, or wits cyber deck, whichever is higher. Lucy, you're just chilling in the car.
No, Lacey was actually going to start. She's going to put on a raincoat if she's got one. Otherwise, just start walking north, follow the tracks.
She wouldn't have a raincoat, she would just have what she was wearing.
That's fine. Just start walking.
Yeah, and it's just gonna start walking. Are you following the skid marks on the ground?
Yes.
Okay. Bob, are you sitting in the car out of the rain?
I'm watching Ian.
Do everything.
Just, fascinated.
Okay. Lucy, give me a wits streetwise.
Oh, it's what?
Streetwise. Hero, as you look up and down the street, you see a car passing in the opposite direction. Followed by another one. And another one. You look at it and your eye glows just ever so slightly a bluish color. As your agent connects, as well as your cyber deck, to this car's engine. With 4 successes, you're able to have the car stop in an emergency stop motion. As it does not signal behind it. The car from behind crashes into the back of it. A horn goes off as the third car crashes into the side of the second, causing a 3-car pile. There are yells and honks of horn. You hear them get out of their cars and begin to have a massive argument down the street. People who were walking up and down are now invested in this chaotic scene of the 3-car pileup and people screaming at each other.
Enough of a distraction for you.
You're good.
I try.
Yeah, and how did you do?
And I got 9 successes.
9 successes.
Jesus.
I do get to roll against you, however.
Babel is getting a motherfucking masterclass.
So, as you watch the chaos down the street, you simply look upwards towards the camera that you first saw, the first one you hacked into. As you do, your eyes both glow a baby blue, and you're inside the system. Hell, you're not inside the system, you are the system. You can see your body, as well as the others around you, through this camera. You can feel the connections of the modems and the cables all up and down the city. You rewatch as the car drives off. You then jump to the next, then the next, then the next, and then the next, until finally, after what seems like a wave of information, a tidal wave of emotions that are not yours, but also at the same time yours entirely, you see the car arrive. And where you see it arrive is somewhere most people would have hated. Arasaka waterfront. It pulls into a warehouse. disappears from the grid that you're currently on.
We go to our Sakura waterfront. There is a warehouse there.
And this is where we'll take our first break.
Hello, my lovely blooming buds! We are so happy you're here with us today. Are you enjoying yourself? Are you sweating yet? No? Well then, maybe there's something more we can do for you. Get a warm up, stretch your body, sip some water to keep from wilting, and take that newly energized body over to our link tree. Why the link tree? Why not the link tree? It has our Patreon where you can help fertilize this garden to help it grow bigger, brighter, and more beautiful. And whether you're an expert on all things in this lovely plot of ground or just learning the difference between roses, snakes, dragons, and oh so many more, you can peep on our renegade links to enrich your already sparkling brain. This has been your hashtag #LoveLacey, and remember to keep your body busy, busybody.
Welcome back. Well, I hope you all had a nice little break. Where we last left off, well, Ian had hacked the NCPD camera system and was able to track this car all the way to Watson, going through all the systems in Little China until finally it came to the Arasaka waterfront. Now, Lacey, you were following the tracks, yes? What did you get on your roll?
I got 4 successes, messy. Or, sorry, 4 criticals with a messy possible.
Okay. As you're walking and following this dirt on the road, you see that ahead there seems to be some sort of scuff mark against the pavement and a lamppost, as the car had no doubt veered into it as it was trying to make its getaway, perhaps moving around another car, perhaps trying to just get out of there as quickly as possible. But you notice the tracks do keep going northward.
Mm-hmm. Follow the tracks.
As you keep following the tracks, it comes to a point where the landscape changes and you lose the tracks as it begins to go over a bridge towards Watson.
I'm gonna hit up the group chat, or the group thing. So, are we done causing massive casualties yet?
There's no massive casualties. They're currently arguing about insurance and whose fault it was, but I don't think there was any casualties.
Casualty to their wallet.
Where do you
Ian
want
thinks
us?
that they have a direction.
Perfect. I am at the bridge leading out into Watson.
Okay, I guess we'll pick you up.
That would be stellar.
Mhm.
You're all so interesting. No wonder why the prince and sheriff like you all so much, huh?
Oh, I
They like
don't
us.
think they like.
Mm, they're interested in you.
That's more
not-
I see
concerning.
why. You're all funny. You're all great. Are you always like this?
What, funny?
Sometimes
I didn't realize we were. Maybe.
I tried
Do you
being
get out
funny once.
much?
It wasn't good.
No,
Do you
I
get
have
to
not
leave?
been out of... No, not really. I've been in Krython for quite a long time.
By choice?
Yes.
Just a
Have
bit
you
of a
seen the
homebody then.
toys she's playing with? Who would want to leave?
I don't know. Fresh air isn't overrated, I don't think.
I get to be inside and everywhere, though.
If that's what makes you happy, I guess. Hero's gonna go
Alright.
get their bike.
And you do, Hero. You jump on your bike, Bubble, you start the engine, Ian, you jump back into the car, and the three of you are off. You pass several cars driving down the road, stopping as the other drivers continue their argument. But that doesn't affect you. You're driving in the opposite direction. As you get closer towards the bridge that separates downtown and Watson, you do see Lacey standing at the side of the road.
I'll pull up and honk the horn. I believe that's what we do.
She'll hop in. So where are we going?
Anything useful?
Maybe, but you probably already know it. Apparently on that corner back there, they swerved around something and smacked into a pole.
So we're looking for a vehicle with scuff marks on it?
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. Arasaka waterfront.
Oh, again?
I mean, one of the guys at Alessandro's was also Arasaka, so it kind of tracks.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have my favorite battery pack to electrocute fuckers this time. But okay, we'll make it work.
Okay.
We're gonna do great. We're gonna rescue them. Easy peasy. In and out squeezy.
Yep, sure. And try not to fry entire systems again this time.
But we can only make a mistake once. Right?
After that, it's not a mistake, it's a choice.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I hope I choose correctly next time then. And just driving, staring out the front window.
And you all begin your drive. Driving through Little China is a mass difference from downtown and Corporal Plaza. The buildings and the architecture vastly changed to more Asian-orientated outlooks of buildings and bodegas, and you see several men in a fight in a street. You can tell these men are all tiger claws by the clothing they wear and the bikes they drive. And here, the bikes are very similar to yours, very high-tech and it's fast looking. Driving through the streets, it changes again as you get towards the Arasaka waterfront. Where once there was Asian architecture, now you're surrounded by buildings of steel and concrete. An eerie red neon glow shines brightly through the rain-covered streets. There's also a big, massive difference between the streets and this waterfront. Many people say that those that drive into the Arasaka waterfront that aren't wanted never return. Some of you know why. This is one of the most heavily defended pieces of the city. It's also Nosferatu territory, Bubble, which you know. As you get closer to the warehouse that Ian has directed you to, you cross several warehouses, each with armed guards wearing Arasaka body armor, heavy guns, and mechs. Whilst most of you are kindred, you know even these mechanized vehicles could do serious and lasting damage to your bodies. As you drive closer and past them, you do get looks from the guards posted. You're driving a Night Corp armored SUV through Arasaka territory. Would someone like to roll me a intelligence or wits and politics?
Is that all of us or just one person?
Anyone or all?
Give it a go. Don't have anything in politics, but I'm pretty smart. Not that past events would show that.
Hero. You've sat in on meetings with Vera in the past, and she has talked at length about the aggression between the two companies, between Arasaka and Night Corp. Many within the tower are irritated and annoyed at the fact that every time they've sent an envoy or tried to put a agent into Arasaka, they have never returned. It is one of the only corporations in the entire city that Night Corp and the Camarilla has no say in and no control over. Bubble and Lacey, you know there's always been animosity between Arasaka and several other companies in Night City. Hell, there was a whole corporate war just a few decades ago, which ended in a nuclear bomb being set off in the middle of the city between Militech and Arasaka. But you don't really know why there's animosity between Night Corp and Arasaka. You just know that this is their territory, and you better be prepared for what happens next. Doesn't take long until you all arrive at a warehouse. The gates are guarded by men in Arasaka uniforms. As you drive by, can I have a wits awareness from you, Bubble, as you are driving, and you, Hero, as you are driving as well?
I am going to spend willpower to reroll.
5, lovely.
So that is 4 successes.
Okay, great. As you guys are driving towards the appointed warehouse that Ian believes the car has gone into, you can see that this is well guarded. There are at least 3 men on the main gate and 1 mechanized assault drone flying above. Hero, you can see cameras just above the doors. And you have done enough jobs in your Gould life and before that to know that chances are there's an emergency alarm, a silent alarm that will alert every other unit in this area that this warehouse is being attacked.
I think you're always going to hit the group, like comms, and point out those things, and that we need to do this stealthily. We can't go frontal attack on this. We have to be smart rather than bold here.
Barbel's demeanor changes slightly, and shifts from being unsure of herself and a bit guarded into, no, agree. I think we need to do an under and in.
I think we need to take care of those cameras, and then we need to make sure our vehicles are somewhere not obvious, somewhere around the back if possible, and find a way in that we can bypass those guards.
I can take out the cameras.
I was thinking potentially one of our very good tech people could potentially do that without raising any alarms.
That's true, but
If we take the cameras and we can see an alternate entry point, and then fry their system, that would be good. Unless Ian, do you think you could compromise the Arasaka system from here?
As long as doing so doesn't set off the alarm that lets every other unit in the vicinity know that this place is under attack, because if we do that, we're not getting out of here.
No.
I don't know if you guys noticed the looks that car was getting on the way in, but we have already raised too much attention.
Yeah, you got caught the moment you came in. I don't know. Maybe I can. What do you want me to do? Shut the cameras off?
Not shut them off, but if you can keep us off the camera systems, make the camera systems loop, or just make it so they can't see us. Whatever it is you can do.
Okay, so
Without
how are you gonna
raising
get
it to their
past big
attention.
armors?
I was gonna try and see if there was another entrance around the back, potentially. If there's somewhere that I can potentially sneak in to see what their systems are looking like inside.
This is Nosferatu territory. Chances of there being an underground system is very high.
well, if everything's under, and that's where their eyes are gonna be, let's go over. It's a warehouse, right? There's only so many kinds of roofs that go through a warehouse. Most of them fairly breakable. Some of them have either a rooftop access, a vent system, something. Especially if they have tech.
all really good plans. I let you all talk, and then you tell me what you need.
I can go up top. I can see if there's a roof access point or something that's allowing preventing systems.
How good are you at stealth lacing?
Decently. Not when I'm in a crowd of people, obviously.
Because Babel and I are very good at stealth. So potentially I was thinking that Babel helps take care of the cameras, and then one of us can go and sneak in and see if we can find a way that's out of the view of the guards. And then if we need strength, that's when all of us regroup once we've found a safe way in.
So,
Okay.
so I understand it. We find an entry point. We take care of the cameras. We locate the vehicle. How are we going to exfiltrate? assuming that the bodies are in there, how do we get them out?
Take the car, maybe?
How would we get the car underground if they're underground?
There has to be an exit. If they got it in there, there has to be a way out.
One that's likely either guarded or booby trapped on the exit if an alarm does get tripped.
Do you have any other suggestions?
No, I'm happy to stay with the car and stay above ground so that when you need some brute force and strength, you got me.
I was thinking that we just...
command, hero.
Oh, I don't need you to be at my beck and command. I was thinking that we find a way in, we all go in once that safe way in has been found. I'm not trying to relegate you to staying with the car.
No, you're making an intelligent decision based on the skill set we have and the things that are needed. I know I sound like I'm bitching. I'm not. Are there other warehouses in the area that are nearby?
The entire area is filled with warehouses. However, each of them are all guarded.
What do you have, like, a hood, a coat, something?
Why?
I am good at one thing in this world more than anything else, and that is convincing people to do what I want. We want access. Let's find out how they get access. But, you know, so far, more people than I would like have actually gone to my gym. And I'd rather not have them recognize the neon pink hair bitch.
I see.
Babel, Ian, could you possibly hack into the camera systems and see if there's a less obvious way in? Or if you can see the underground entrance, that anything less guarded?
Is that what you want me to do? All of you?
I'm down.
That's what I'd like, if you're willing.
Alright. I will do that, Mike.
Alright, so you're going to have to hack the system and hack the cameras and see if there's ways in and ways under. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. Roll me your wits and technology to see if you can indeed hack into the cameras from where you are. Your specialty does count.
My specialty counts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Babel, what are you doing? Are you helping?
Bubble wants to help. Bubble's also a bit intimidated that it's Arasaka. And that it's Ian. But yeah, we'll absolutely be looking for routes that she can take when she has obfuscated.
Roll me a wits investigation.
Potentially open up.
Is the warehouse on the water?
It is, yes.
Could we enter from the water?
You would need to drive further on down, and you could potentially, but without knowing the actual architecture of the warehouse, you're not too sure.
Well, I guess we find out if there's anything that Ian can see on the cameras. If like that's what Hero's thinking, because I think in Hero's line of work they've probably in this area done exactly that on a few jobs before.
And how did you do on your attempt attack?
12 successes.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Crit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. Okay. Lacey, what are you trying to do?
Right now, she's waiting for orders.
Okay. Hero, and you wanted to check to see if you could get in some wet
Sorry?
work. You wanted to see if you can get in some wet work way,
Yeah, literal at work.
Okay, roll me wits and investigation. As you're driving along, I assume. Just ahead, just to see if you can get around it. Or so, Ian, as you are sat in the back of the car, you're looking around, and there she is. The camera you found the car entering to. You know her. You know her name. You even call her Cecilia, the little camera. The little camera that could. And you jump from your mind to the camera. And there you are looking over the warehouse. But instead of just staying in the NCPD camera, you use it and you hone in on a signal, an Arasaka signal. And from there you jump from the NCBT into the Arasaka system. It's different. It feels different. It feels heavy, ominous. It feels like it's trying to draw you in as well as push you out. It feels like you're being torn left, right, up, down. But you're there. And you can see not just the outside of the warehouse, you can see the 3 guards, 2 of which are standing having a cigarette. One that is currently sat in the booth, watching over the cameras. But you feel a connection pulling you, something from behind. You move from that camera inward. And you can see the entire interior of the warehouse. You can see boxes and wooden crates upon wooden crates. But that's not what draws your attention. What draws your attention is the car, parked right in the middle. There are 2 men standing there. A young man who is in his early to late 20s. You see he has a small scar above his right eye, and tattoos running down the side of his neck. He's talking to the other one. You can hear bits of the conversation, but you're still too far away. From what you can hear, it sounds like he wants them alive. We shouldn't fuck up like last time. You see the taller man who is wearing a suit, trying to chastise the younger one for telling him what to do. You're new here. Don't tell me what to do. He isn't here to save you now. Just get them loaded. And you see as the young man drags the bodies out of the boot of the car towards what looks very much like your pod, only less advanced, more like a fridge on wheels. And something in the system pushes against you. But before you are pushed out fully, you're able to have the system loop. Not much, just by 6, 7 seconds. It loops back and forth, back and forth. Bubble.
Yes.
Bubble. As you're sat there in the car looking around, you do see a part of the wall. There is a large crack that breaks into what looks like the metal fence connecting to the warehouse behind the security hut. But you're smart enough to know that whilst these humans may not be a problem in seeing you, the drone, on the other hand, is much more difficult to fool. Hero, as you're driving around on your motorcycle, you come to the edge of the water. You can feel the wetness of the rain hitting against your skin and skimming across the surface. You look up and down the dark waters, churning and moving as the wind blows. Not many would willingly jump into the waters that surround Night City. Some still say it's polluted with radioactive material. But as you look down towards where the warehouses are stored and standing, you notice there's a sewer grid leading out into the sea. And water is spilling outward. Not trickling like it normally would. Perhaps this doesn't have a grate to seal in most of it. Perhaps it's a way in.
I think Hero is going to update the others what they're doing, and then Hero is like letting them know that he's going to try and go in. Like, go to try the grate system, the sewer system out to see if he can get inside.
Ian.
I'm gonna inform them of all the information that I saw. Just a little
Barbara will,
bit of loop. Just a little.
thank you.
I found the sewer system. Can either of you tell me if there's anything that's monitoring this, if I need to be disarming anything? Can you guys find anything that's monitoring this underground system?
Ian, as far as you're aware, there's nothing that suggested there were cameras going towards the sewer system.
No, nothing at all. You're good.
Alright, I'm gonna go in then, I guess.
Bubble, what are you
Barbara
doing?
will just tell the crew, humans not so much of a problem. Watch out for drones. If they've got one here, then there might be smaller ones inside.
Listen,
And
But
then
I think it's...
Sorry, go ahead.
Lissy, what are you doing?
Lacey's gonna stick pretty close to Ian, just in case, because they're our most valuable asset right now. As far as we lose them, we kind of lose the tower. So, we staying put shy and bodyguarding.
Okay.
But when she gets all the info from Ian, she's going to get visibly uncomfortable. Okay. I've seen blood dolls, I've seen trafficking, I've never seen what looks to be the possible start of a diablerie trade.
What you know about diablerie?
Nothing pleasant. And that's about it. All I know is it's sick, it's wrong, and that's coming from us. Why else would they want them alive? Well,
Many a
alive.
reason. More than just diablerie.
First thing that comes to my mind
Do you
is
not be on the net? You not go on the net often? You don't know what's on there?
no. I mean, I go on
Yeah,
my
but-
side of the net.
You ever seen smut films?
Can't say I have.
Okay. Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to wait here or do you want to try to help your friends? Because if he goes in alone, or if any of you try to go alone, that's gonna be a lot to handle.
I don't know what I can really do. Like, I'm happy to go after him, but I do not want to leave you alone.
I go with you. And I go with you. We go together.
I think we all stay together. If there are bodies in there and we can't use that vehicle, we're going to need your strength to get them out.
Then, yeah. Let's go trouncing
going
around through the
water?
sewers.
Yeah, this would be fun.
This one isn't the first word I'd use, but it'll be efficient.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna send a message to Hero. So, don't walk too far. We're coming right up.
Alright. Seems a lot of things are going to
Babel
happen at
is
once.
also going to send a message to Hero, and it's just by the book.
Okay. So, let's start with Hero, shall we? Hero, are you bringing your sniper rifle with you?
Yes.
Okay. And how are you going to tackle this? Are you going to dive into the ocean and swim toward it? Or are you going to... Well, that's actually your only option.
Well, was I already at the
Water's edge.
grate, or was it...
You're at the water's edge. The grate is far further in.
Then, yeah. It's gonna do what I gotta do to get over to that grate, yeah.
Alright. Roll me your strength and athletics, as the water is quite rough. Difficulty will be 3.
Six.
Fantastic. You walk towards the water's edge, and this is not the first time you've done some sort of wet work. And you jump headfirst into this water like a perfect Olympic diver. You're under the ocean for a few seconds before you pop up and you swim towards this grid. And as you get closer, this smell hits you like a punch in the nose. But you smell worse. When you pull yourself up onto the grid, the sewage water hitting you and covering you in its waste and foulness, but you're inside. The water rushing past your feet. And you make your way through the what seems to be endless tunnels of sewers. Turning left here, turning right there. Once more, I now need a wits awareness from you, as you are unaware of which direction the sewer grate goes.
A 1?
1. Would
Shoot,
you
maybe
like to use willpower?
Yeah, I'll re-roll.
Yeah.
There's 2 more, so 3.
Okay, 3. It takes some time. You're slightly confused. The walls all look the same, the smell is all the same. Left is right, right is left, up is down, down is up. But finally, you think, after a long, long struggle, finally, you think you've reached the right ladder. And you begin to climb up. As you do, you open the grate above your head, the manhole cover, and pop your head up. And you are surrounded by crates, all with the Arasaka logo on them. You're in a warehouse.
Okay, so what Hero is going to do is just pull themselves up, get behind one of these crates, just take stock of what, like where the entrances and exits are, if there's any cameras they need to be aware of, and if they can hear the sounds of where these people are in relation to where they've come out of the sewer.
One more what's awareness for me, please. Bubble, Ian, and Lacey. What are we doing?
To the great, to the great, to the great, 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 to the great, to the great, to the great, to the great.
Going to follow Hero.
So you all make
Lacey
your way
was-
towards the water's edge, where Hero was. You don't see Hero. Hero has gone on ahead.
Lacey will drop down first, and then hold her arms out to catch the others if needed.
So you're
Come
all
on, jump right in.
You're all-
Get into Lacey's arms.
you're all going to swim towards the drain. Yeah. I need
Yep.
strength, athletics from all of you. The difficulty is 3.
Oh no. Uh-huh. This is gonna go real well, folks.
5 with a messy.
How's the best of failure look?
5 with messy crit.
Okay. Bubble.
Best or failure?
Okay. Ian.
0.
Okay. So, Lacey, you jump in. You're not as well versed at diving as Hero is, so you jump in, you'll flash somebody straight down, arms across your chest, boom, into the water. Next to follow you is Ian. Ian, you jump in. You hit the water. But this is so outside your comfort zone that the moment you hit it and the wash of cold rises over your head and a wave just surges, it takes you down and you begin to sink. Bubble, you jump. You've never been diving before, and you land straight on your stomach, belly flop. A large wave of water crashes up around you, and something in you snaps. A shock rips up your arm from your cyber deck. Take 1 level of aggravated damage. As you two begin to sink into the briny depths below. Lacey,
I'm going after him.
you...
Wait, is there any debris in the water around me?
Is some driftwood, yes.
Is there any rope?
Rubble? Stone?
Rope.
Masonry? Oh, rope? No. No, there's no rope.
Cables?
What's awareness? But Lacey, you
I
see...
think the moral of today's episode is don't bring netrunners to a swimming competition.
You see...
You should have let me find a way in for you. That was what I was trying to do.
Lacey, you see both Bobble and Lacey... you see Bobble and Ian jump and just disappear into the darkness. With 2 successes. You see plenty of driftwood, some not so hospitable toiletries, but no rope or cable or anything to tie anything to.
Okay, here goes everything and the shame. She is going to start swimming down. As she is using her legs to kick, she is also going to strip off her clothes and tie her clothes together as a rope.
Okay.
Who does she get to first?
So, I need you to once more roll me strength athletics.
I'm good at that. Okay. 5.
The first person you come across is Bobble.
Awesome. I am going to tie Babel with the clothing.
And further down you do see a shock of blue hair just floating upwards. Ian, what are you feeling right now? What are you thinking? As you're just lying there slowly going...
You know what? Slowly dying. This is the first time I've been out in a long time, so I'm excited. You know, a little worried that the prince might be upset, but a little excited by it as well. You know.
And
Okay.
I need another strength athletics because Ian is sinking deeper.
Yes. Sorry. I got 8 successes.
8 successes. As you tie Bobble around with your coat and you kick your legs faster and faster, going through the current, you finally get on and grasp onto Ian.
Tie him up, and then I'm going to use the rope and just start straight swimming up. Get them up to the surface.
It doesn't take long. And you reach the surface of the water, the wind and the rain crashing down around the three of you.
I'm going to get them to shore.
Are you going to get them to the dock or into the sewage? Great.
We're going to follow Hero's path. We're going to go as close as we can, because if we went down and go back up that side, it's just useless effort.
Well, as you got 8 successes on the last one, you do not need to make me another strength athletics roll. And you're able to pull yourself and the other 2 towards the sewage grid, which, much like Hero, the smell hits all 3 of you. It is putrid. Lacey, you'll be losing 2 dice to all rolls due to your clan being. I'll say you're out of this situation.
Figures.
But you're able to put yourself up, the sewage covering the 3 of you. Your once neat and nice clothing is now saturated in filth. Lacey, not just your clothing is covered in filth, but your body is now covered in filth.
I hate this. I hate it.
And you make your way into
I
the sewer
also
system.
am not a fan of it.
Can I get a wits awareness from someone in the group? Hero, how'd you do?
I got 6.
6. So, as you're ducking behind a box, you hear these voices. One of them is saying, "Hurry up. Fucking move them, for God's sake. Come on, Vega, hurry the fuck up." And you hear the younger man, or what you assume is the younger man, saying, "I'm trying. They're not heavier than they fucking look, you know."
Do I have eyeline on?
Not yet, but you can hear them.
Okay. Can I sneak closer, like readying my rifle?
You can, yes. Roll me a dex stealth. Are you going to use your cyberware?
In what sense?
Camo.
Not yet, because that's timed, right? I only have a certain amount of time with that.
Yep.
Not yet.
Okay. So
Dex and stealth, you said?
yes, please. As you're moving from box to box, you're getting closer to the two men by the car. You see that one of them has one of the kindred over her shoulder and is trying to put her into what looks like a fridge on wheels. The taller of the two, the one wearing the suit, stops and turns and looks in your direction, as if he senses something coming up from behind him. But you, being quick and as agile as you are, duck behind another box. He moves his head left and right, up and down, and then turns back, watching the younger one put the body into the fridge.
Is the second body visible anywhere?
The second body is not visible from where you are currently. It does, however, seem that only one of the bodies has been taken out
Of the trunk of the car?
of the trunk of the car, yes.
Okay. They're not in any obvious danger in this fridge though, right? Like they're just in torpor?
Yes.
Okay. I think Hero's gonna ready their rifle so that if something does look like they're in immediate danger, they can shoot these two guys, but they're not gonna do it yet. Because they don't want to start a fight without everybody there. But they are going to ready it just in case it looks like they're going to do something that's not fixable to these two torpor kindred.
Yep. Lucy, Babel, and Ian. Who rolled me my wits awareness? 3.
I got 3.
Unlike Hera, you're able to follow what you can consider a routine, a map of systems that just seems to click in your brain. Left, right, up, down. X, circle, square. Cheat code, if you would. And after a few minutes of walking through the slime and the filth, you find yourself on a ladder. And you look up, and you see that the manhole has been uncovered. Only halfway so.
I think this is where we need to go. I'm gonna be here, but if you need me, Lacey, ping me on the agent, because Ian might be able to see me, but you won't be able to, I don't think.
Understood.
And I'm going to use Unseen Passage and also employ Ghost in the Machine.
Mm-hmm. 2 rounds.
So I get hungrier.
Yep.
I'm now sitting on 3.
Snacky time.
Always.
You hear, just in the back of your mind, a cacophony of voices. No. Us. No. And it subsides slowly. But it's like a tingling feeling, like it's burrowing into the back of your brain. Almost like where you would put your input. It's like something is just there. And as Lacey and Ian, both of you turn around, you do not see Babel any longer.
Hero is going to update everybody on, like, with the agent, just, like, where, like, what's happened, where they're at with, like, they've got these two guys in scope. they can see one body that's been put in a fridge, just so they know what's happening.
Each of you receive that ping.
Okay. I'm gonna ping back to Hero. You just see the two problems, not goals.
There's just two. See, one of our goals put into a fridge. I think the other one's still in the trunk.
Which one do you want?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're asking me.
I can probably lure one away pretty quick if you want the other one to incapacitate quietly.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Lacey's gonna sneak around using the boxes as cover to get close to that area. So she's at least can see, even from a distance, the targets.
Yeah. Ian, what are you doing?
Well, I am watching all of this unfold. Do I happen to see anything giant and metal besides the car that I can maybe take over?
There is a large crane system inside the warehouse that is used to move large boxes from one side to the warehouse to the other.
Okay, well, I'll do that.
You gonna try and take that over?
I will try and take that over, not the car.
Okay. Roll me once more your with technology. Are you using your cyber deck or are you just trying to hack it?
I'm just gonna try to hack it. I'm waiting to use the cyber deck.
Because this thing is a manually controlled vehicle, you would need to get into the cockpit of it to hack it.
Okay, alright. So it's manual, it's not actually hooked up to anything?
It is hooked up to the system, but it needs to be turned on manually and then, done that way.
From there,
Yeah.
done that way. Okay. Well then, you know what? I guess I will wait and see what they do.
Okay. Lacey, can I have deck stealth from you?
Absolutely. No.
Okay. 1. Babel, what are you doing?
So I see that they're going to take out the problems, and I want to get into a position where I can do backup if something fails with those problems.
Okay, so you're flanking basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Lacey, as you're walking along, moving from crate to crate, perhaps you're so focused on what's ahead that you hit something. A large ring echoes out, giving away your position as both men turn towards you.
That's
The
perfect.
larger of the two levels a shotgun straight at you. The second throws the body on the ground and takes out a small miniature crossbow from inside his jacket.
I would like to activate, I don't know how to pronounce this, Melpomene?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I can just activate, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Melpomene allows you to use things like dominate with just your voice.
Yep. And I will then use entrancement.
Oh, so you're trying to entrance the two of them. Which one are you trying to enchant? The younger one or the older one?
I'm going to entrance the older one.
Okay. Roll me your entrancement roll, please.
Okay. Willpower. I'm going to use a willpower to reroll. Okay, I will take that. That's a 4.
4. So, as you're standing there, nearly as naked as the day you were born.
Yep.
Which, actually, I probably should give you an extra plus for that. Or...
Oh, okay. I can do that.
I should have. Not anymore. Don't need that anymore. The man with the shotgun looks almost dazed, sort of, and lowers his gun. The younger one walks up beside him. She's one of them, for fuck's sake, what are you doing? I elbows him in the side of the head. And shoots you with the crossbow. What are you going to do?
Where does he hit me with the crossbow?
Let us see. He is trying to aim for your chest. He's trying to aim for your
Can
heart.
I fire off a non-lethal shot at this point?
Are you trying to hit
Once
him?
I see him pull...
Are you
I'm trying to clip him. If I see him, like, shoot Lacey, a hero will shoot.
You have a higher initiative than he does, so yes, you can shoot first. So if you wish to roll me your dex of firearms, I assume you're trying to do it quickly. Yeah, dex
So
firearms.
I will open my arms and walk toward it, because I have subdural armor, which negates the first physical attack damage. And I'll open my arms. I'll say, "What's wrong? What happened?
7.
Why are you doing this?"
So he pulls the trigger. As he pulls the trigger, there is a loud ricochet shot that echoes throughout the building as a bullet comes across and smacks him directly in the shoulder. It knocks him off target. The arrow, the crossbow bolt, flies towards you but just skims your chest and hits you in the shoulder, but just bounces off. Shatters almost as it tries to penetrate your skin. The young man falls to the floor holding his shoulder. What the fuck? And turns towards where the shot came from. His eyes go wide.
I'm gonna focus on the older.
The man with the shotgun then, almost as if everything that happened around him has broken him out of this, levels his gun towards you again, Lacey.
So I still haven't transferred up, but he's broken out of it.
The moment that his friend was under attack, yes.
How long does it take me to fire off a second shot?
You need to reload. It's one of those big sniper rifles, so it's one of those high caliber guns. You've practically nearly blown this guy's shoulder off. Whilst it's non-lethal, it's the bullets are that big. Yeah. Babel and Ian, what are we doing?
Well, now I'm seeing damage done. I think I'm going to join in. Because I need to. I don't like these guys. Can I walk up and use... I like to use Flicker.
Alright, roll me your wits and technomancy.
And seeing everything go to pot, Barbel, eye on the prize, is going to head to the fridge to try and get the body that's next to it, or wherever the guy dumped the body, back into the car where she assumes the other one is.
And are you trying to do this slowly and stealthy so you don't break your obfuscation, or are you just in and out?
No, stealthily.
Okay, roll me your dex stealth, and then I need a strength athletics as well, please.
Understood.
Ian, how do we do? And which one are you aiming for?
I'm gonna aim for the younger one that's still standing, I think. He's standing, right? At
The-
this
No, the
old-
younger one is the one that I clipped.
Yeah.
It's the older one that's standing.
I'll aim for the one that's still standing.
So, Lissy and Hero, you both see as Ian just walks out from behind the containers, and her eyes glow a dim royal blue colour, and it's like the cyber on the side of her head lights up, and an arc of sparks runs down her arm, and from her fingertips, it's almost like a quick flash of electricity moves from her and hits the guy in the chest, knocking him backwards. What the? He also looks across to where the younger one is looking, his eyes wide. He cocks his gun and pulls the trigger. Amy.
Good.
4. Lissy. So, the younger one, he starts to crawl backwards, bleeding out from the wound on his shoulder. His eyes light up blue. Each of you all know what that means. He's making a phone call. Babel.
Can I stop what I'm doing and attack him instead? I know.
Do you want to use your willpower to do that?
I have none left. No, I do. Fuck it. Yeah. If he's making a call, yeah.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna overheat him.
Okay. Lizzie.
Yes. How much damage do I take?
Oh, it's your action, so what are you gonna do?
Oh, cool. So he's pulling the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lunge at his buddy.
The one.
That's on the
The
ground.
shotgun? Oh, at Vega, right.
The one that's on the ground, and I'm going to, if I can, pull his buddy in front of me and just start drinking. Sim sim. Human shield and snack.
So you've grabbed the older guy or the younger guy?
Younger guy.
The one that's
who's
making the phone call.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh.
are you sure you want to do that?
I have no clothing, which means I don't have my weapons. My entrancement is broken. Because someone didn't have patience.
Okay.
Protecting each other. So if I can get him to kill his buddy for me, and then get a snacky snack to heal up just in case, sure, let's go for it.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm attacking the one that's making the call as well.
That's fine, double down, let's go!
Oh, it's not fine, but it's going to be hilarious.
Okay. Hero.
Would Lacey be able to see that Babel is doing that?
She's invisible, so no.
No.
Oh, no, I wouldn't know, so there we go.
Alright. Hero, what are you doing?
I think seeing that Ian and Lacey are like in melee range now, Hero's going to abandon their rifle and get into the nitty gritty of it because at this point they are more armored and more equipped to be fighting. So Hero is going to get in there and try and get between. I mean, what in the middle of what's going on, essentially.
Okay. Ian, what are you doing?
I'm watching this one. I want to go after the one that is not doing the call. So
You
I
also-
should be able to see Lacey.
You also have the upgrade for Flicker, which is Discharge.
Well, then I will do discharge then.
Okay.
That's right. Still trying to learn these.
At the older guy.
Okay. Okay. All those things are going to happen at once. Alright. Lacey, I need you to do me a strength roll.
Okay, 3.
Okay, so 3.
3.
Alright. You grab and you pull this kid up as he's about to say the word, and you bite into his neck. Bubble.
9. With a critical.
As you bite into his neck, his entire body erupts into flame. And your flesh gets scorched. The white turns to black, and your entire body is nearly engulfed. Your clothes begin to burn.
I don't have any.
You can
She
feel.
doesn't have any clothes. It's just your bare skin.
She has some clothes. Trousers.
Nope.
No, she's naked.
Oh. Your entire.
I used all my clothes to make the safety line.
Okay. Your entire body is smothered in this man's fire. As you bite into him, the flames lick the back of your throat and the inside of your mouth. You take 5 points of aggregate damage. As this young man falls from your arms, a burnt, broken husk.
I feel like fucking Khaleesi over here. What the fuck? Okay. I'm going to kick his corpse away.
I need
screaming.
you to roll me a Rod Shrek. A fear frenzy check.
Remind me what I do for that.
That will be your composure and resolve and your humanity round in time. You need 5 successes.
Bestial. It's a 2 and a bestial failure.
You all see as Lacey screams out in absolute abject terror and agony and every horrid emotion. Do you want to, as we say, have Cyber Jesus take the wheel, which means I will control your frenzied character? Or would you like to control the character?
I'll take it. I'll take the wheel. I'll keep driving the crashing car. It's fine.
Okay. Now you are in a fear frenzy, which means you're going to get away from this situation and these people by any means necessary.
Yep. Where is the nearest visible exit?
Straight ahead.
That's where she's going. That's where animal brain says go.
And you do.
Can I try and can I intercept to try and tackle her to the ground or anything like that? Is she on fire currently? Like, is she still on fire, or is she?
She is not,
just
thankfully. She's
Okay.
not on
She's
fire,
smoldering.
but
She's smoldering.
the overheat only lasts for a few seconds, but it is intense heat. And it does set your body on fire. And unfortunately, Kindred don't do well in fire. Which is why I asked, are you sure? Before
Yep.
I continued.
Yep.
Hero, you can indeed tackle Lacey. However,
mainly because if she goes out, she's going to alert all the guards and
I'm
everything. If she gets out that door, we're fucked. So, Hero is going to do what they can to intercept.
However, there is a large and loud shotgun blast that smacks into Lacey's chest as she's running. You take 1 level of superficial damage. So that knocks Lacey back a few centimeters, allowing Hero the chance to tackle him to the ground.
what is with a fear frenzy? What does it take for you to come out of that fear frenzy?
To get away from the situation as far as possible.
Because I'm wondering if I should use the crossbow bolt that I had to just torpor you, and so you're not going to get out of here, and we can bring you back up later.
Because she would fight against you to try and get away.
I'm aware of that, but that's what I'm thinking. That's my thoughts. I'm just talking out my idea. I think if Hero would have the knowledge that she's not going to come out of this fear frenzy until she gets out of here, and she's most likely going to blow our cover, I think Hero is just going to pull out that broken crossbow bolt and try and stake her.
Okay. I need you to roll me a strength melee. You do not get a plus for the damage for this, as it is a staking move, and stakes do not get any extra
Yeah.
accoutrements. Ian, are you using discharge on this guy with the shotgun?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me once more your wits and technomancy.
I'm gonna burn a willpower.
Okay.
Six successes.
6. Lissy, you don't see this. Carol, you're concentrating on Lissy. Bobble, however. What's Bobble doing?
Freaking the fuck out. She's fucked up again. She's freaking out.
Could you remind me once more of Bobble's convictions?
Her convictions are... always listen to the AIs, don't get caught, and all knowledge is worth having.
Do you think don't get caught in nearly killing a Coterie member would suffice? I mean, no one knows it was you.
Caught yet?
Exactly.
No,
So,
haven't got caught yet.
let's put a pin in that for the moment. But Bubba, as you're stood there, you see Ian once more. A surge of energy surrounds her, almost like a electrifying hurricane. Her eyes glow blue, and her body begins to shimmer with a bluish hue. And she arcs her hands out and just forward. Jets and arcs of electricity come from her hands and crash into this man, knocking him back into the car, and he falls to one knee. He grunts. You fucking monsters. And you.
Oh, God.
And you. You want to say again?
Oh, I was going to walk up as soon as I do that. And he has a shotgun, right? Or he has something.
Yeah, it's a shotgun.
Whatever.
It's lazily hanging down by his side. He still has a good grip on it, but it's just...
God, and I don't have any weapons on me, right? We don't have any.
No.
Pretty sure. No.
You
no.
are the weapon.
I am the weapon. I want to... Well, he is completely there. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to take the shotgun from him, but if I could, I want to get as close to him as I can and use flicker again on, like, his brain. I actually want to, like, fry him or something. Actually...
Does Hero see you about to do this?
Hero,
You were...
trying to tackle.
Or am I busy with Lacey?
So, roll me. Did you roll me your strength on Brawl?
Yeah, I got a 6.
6?
With no 5. Sorry, with a crit.
5 or crit, not a problem. So, listen, you get knocked backwards by the stake. beside by the shotgun blast. And with that, Hero is able to drop everything and run towards you. He reaches into his top pocket, he pulls out the stake, and he turns around and he plunges it deep into your chest. And you fall silently into torpor. It's almost a relief. A silence from the pain. A silence from the agony that your skin feels as it ripples with flames. What's awareness, Hero? And I need a... What's... Technomancy again.
Technomancy.
Technomancy. Baba, what are you doing?
Technomancy.
I'm gonna see what's going on and go, okay, and try to pick up the body and put it in the car.
Okay. 4. You see, as Lacey falls to the ground, you see Em walk past you, walk towards this guy, with her finger outstretched.
Hero is going to reach out, like, wait, don't kill them. Supposed to be bringing them back alive.
Kill them. I would like to use it.
How many successes did you get?
I got 9 successes.
As you put your finger to this man's temple, as your electricity flows through you and into his head, he screams in agony as his entire body seizes up. You can smell skin burning, and then the sound of popping as the circuits in his eyes begin to glow and finally explode out of his head. He falls backwards, a smouldering, eyeless corpse, staring blankly at the sky.
No more problem. All done.
You're
The
a
prince will be
liability.
happy now. I'm a liability? No, my
Our
job is
orders
take
were
care
to
of
bring
it.
them back and the people who took them. Now we can get no information from them. We don't know where the others are. You need to learn to
The
follow orders.
No, the orders were from the prince to destroy and kill anything that has to do with the tower and what will fall down. The orders were to bring back the other kindred. These do not look like kindred to me. They are not a liability. Are
They were
you a
leads.
liability?
They were leads.
No, they were not. Their bodies will be, though. I can always do their blood and find out what they need to from them. I have all the information that I need.
Hero's gonna go to the body of the older man and like go through their pockets and see if there's anything on them that Hero's gonna take whatever they can find to see if there's anything in their pockets that might be information useful.
There is, as you go through his pocket, a roll of eddies. Money that is just neatly packed. There's also a wallet with his name on it, his company ID. Ethan Nickton. Arasaka. There's also a smaller card. And as you pull it out, it is engraved with a sword and 2 angel wings on the side.
Hero's gonna take.
The back of the card It says only one word. Caiaphas.
Hero's going to pocket everything that this guy had. He's going to pick up the shotgun and is going to, I guess, check to see if both of the bodies are in the trunk.
Baba, did you move one of the bodies to the trunk?
I did, which means I'm visible again.
Yes. And as if not nowhere, Babel is standing there by the car with both of the bodies in the trunk.
Okay, let's get Lacey and get out of here.
We should put them in as well.
Yep.
We need their blood. Good job!
We're not out of the woods yet. Is Lacey okay?
Does she look okay?
I'll get the bodies. And I'll go and pick up the younger guy.
And you then put the bodies all into the trunk of the car. What do you do with Lacey's body? Do you put her in the trunk or in the back seat?
We're not putting a naked, staked body in the back seat. She's got to go in the back too. Like, she's got to...
I thought I'd ask just to make sure.
I mean, I don't know. The idea of the NCPD cameras picking up a naked Love Lacey in the back seat of a car, you know, because we didn't have
naked
problems
dead
before.
Lacey, yeah, not great.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. So, this car can seat 4 people comfortably. I assume the 3 of you all get into the car?
My instinct is to go back the way I came so I can go out get my bike, but I also don't want to leave these guys to get out by themselves. So, I'm
I can
unsure.
drop you off by your bike.
True.
But
Also
that will mean
probably,
that we've got tails on us from the get-go.
yeah, also leaving the car here also feels unwise.
I'd rather leave the Night Court car here because there's already beef between Arasaka and Night Court.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Than
Well, my only thoughts are if you can just book it out of here, you don't want to have to stop.
I
can get myself back out. I can get myself back out just fine. But only if you're comfortable getting out of here in the car by yourself.
I'm not comfortable about any of this, but I'll do what needs to be done because I've fucked up enough as it is, and I can't fuck up another time.
What did you fuck up?
We'll talk about it when we get out of here.
Okay.
I didn't play by the book, hero, and now Lacey is very hurt. Anyway, we have to go. We have to get out of here. We have to go. We have to go. Everyone in the car. We have to go.
Alright, they get in the car. Guess I'll get in the car too.
Okay. And do you begin to drive towards the warehouse doors? As you do, the doors do not open. There is a card reader beside it.
Can I go through
And
the
now
wallet?
let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a card in there that might open the doors?
There
in
is
the wallet?
indeed. The
Alright,
Arasaka
I'll use that.
card. As you reach out, you press the card against the scanner. The doors begin to open. The car is well tinted. Are you going to drive casually or like a battle to hell?
No, we are obeying the road rules. Drive
Yeah, I'm gonna
slowly under the road rules.
not arouse suspicion any further.
Alright, roll me a composure performance.
Okay. Can I arouse the blood?
Of course.
Do not get hungrier.
Nice.
Three successes.
As the doors open and you begin to drive out, one of the guards looks towards the car, looks towards the security booth, gives a thumbs up, and the barrier opens. And you drive out into the street.
Yep.
Do you drive towards Hero's bike or do you drive towards the tower?
Just take me a couple of streets down and let me out, and I will make my own way back to my bike. And I don't want you driving me to my bike, and then if anyone is able to follow me back to the tower, I don't want to connect us to the tower. So you just drop me off.
Understood. I'm going to take the main route. You take the scenic tour. We'll rendezvous back there.
Yep.
So that's the plan that we follow.
Okay. So you drive off and you park up somewhere. You let Hero out and then you continue on your way.
Mm-hmm.
You're driving all by the rules of the road. You pass through Chinatown, over the bridge into downtown, and soon you're in Corporal Plaza with a trunk full of corpses. Hero, what do you do as Bubble is driving off?
I think Hero is going to make their way back towards their bike, and while they're doing that, they're going to basically use their agent to let Vera know exactly what's happening.
What do you tell Vera?
I think they probably won't mention EN because they have signed that non-disclosure, but they will mention that they have been sent on a job for the prince and it hasn't gone well, essentially.
You do not get a reply straight away. Which is a bit strange, as Vera is always very quick with her retorts and replies. But you begin to drive. Same route, scenic. You do not go through Chinatown, you however go through Kabuki, around, taking a long way, until finally you are at Corporal Plaza. You drive into the underground car parking. Babel, you've been there for some time. It took Hero a little bit longer to get there than you did.
You did a good job, Babel. I am very proud of you. You are very smart.
Thank you.
And some of the things that you are thinking are right are right. Some.
Maybe we can discuss that at length sometime when you're not all of this.
Right now, all of the Prince's projects are out there in the open air. And all of the kindred that are working on that project is very important right now. I think it was the Malkavian, the Tremere, and the... Malkavian, Tremere, and the... Tordor? Maybe. I know that you all sent on a job, to figure out who the traitor is, right? Do you have any guesses?
I have a guess, but I haven't discussed it at length with anyone else.
Well, I have a guess. I have been watching things in the tower for a while, and with all of the stuff that has been let out of the back doors, it can only be someone that actually is at the tower.
That stands to reason.
But you're smart. I know you'll figure it out. You're good, Coterie. And don't worry too bad. You did the great thing. You killed the 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if they let me live, I can come and visit.
Maybe. I like you come visit. You're nice and sweet and kind. Also, the other one as well. What a lazy? She is a ball. I love her. You're a little tightly wound, but most schools, are. You get there.
I hope that your date goes well.
I hope so too.
Okay, I'm gonna go now.
As Bobble says she's about to go, Hero, you arrive and pull up beside the newer car. As you do so, the elevator doors of the car park open. And out walks 2 individuals. A rather tall, bald man with a beard that you all know as Aurelius Grim Butcher, the sheriff. And a much shorter woman. Stands at about 4'11". She has dark hair tied up in a ponytail, wearing a hoodie that's grey and just hangs down, and a black t-shirt and look like faded retro jeans and trainers. She looks no older than 16 years old. And they walk towards you. The prince told me that they let you out of your cell, Ian, but I did not believe him. Ares, would you please escort Ian back to her cell? Yeah, sure. What fucking ever. Come on. The young woman walks towards Ian. She gives her a bit of a wide berth, but you can tell that she has something behind her back just in case something gets out of hand.
Can I say goodbye to my friends before I go?
The young woman, yeah, sure, go ahead.
And she will run up to everyone, give them a kiss, even open the trunk a little and kiss Lacey on her burnt cheek. And then
You run back towards Ares and she begins to escort you towards the elevator. And the elevator doors open and then close, and Ian disappears along with the young woman. Aurelius looks towards both Hero and Babel. A report.
We track them to Arasaka waterfront, warehouse, guarded, heavily guarded. And 2 individuals who we also saw from the footage at Alessandro's were there, or at least one of them was, I think. Crossbows again, same thing. Same thing. They had the 2. They're in the back, but deceased. Ian said that she knew a way to get information from them.
As you're saying, M back deceased, he blatantly walks past you towards the trunk of the car and pops it open.
The two kindred are in there, Boo and Lacey.
I need more men down here now. What happened to Lacey? He turns to the two of you.
Miscommunication.
She went into a fear frenzy, caught fire, and I had to put her down so she didn't bust our cover.
So, what exactly happened?
The humans started shooting, and I saw that Lacey was in trouble, so I tried to handle the situation, but then Lacey was also handling the situation, and she grabbed one of them as I was dealing with it and put him on fire.
He will walk up to Hero and punch him directly in the face.
Hero takes it.
Lie to me again. I dare you.
I didn't know that was what happened. All I saw was the human caught fire and set fire to Lacey.
And you think humans just randomly combust?
When they're being fed from and they're hunters like that, sometimes, yeah. They booby trap themselves. I've seen it before.
Have you? I would love to know when and how.
I take care of problems for Vera. I've been doing it for the past decade.
I was unaware Vera was dealing with hunters. I'll have to have a word
People
with
who
her.
think they're hunters. None that have been a problem for me yet.
Well,
Not a real problem.
I will have to have a word with your Domitor when they get back. If they get back, they're not answering their calls. Have you tried calling her?
Back from where?
They went out for a business meeting earlier on, but have not returned.
Who's they?
Vera and the other one, Crystal.
No, I haven't heard from them since I've been doing work for the Prince.
Suspicious. Well, in times of conflict, accidents happen. I will have the appropriate men deal with Lacey and her primogen told. You're both dismissed. As he says that, a group of men come from the elevator. They go towards the car. They seem to be carrying, like body bags. And each person gets put into their individual body bags and carried back towards the elevator. Soon followed.
I should know I didn't check the vehicle because we just wanted to get out, but it's probably tracked. I'll be quiet now.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
Though, at least you were forward this time, instead of babbling like a fool. I expected many things from you, Babble, but not for you to babble.
Yep.
Paradox speaks highly of you. Don't disappoint her. She'd be fucking insufferable then. He walks towards the elevator. And that's where we leave tonight. So I hope you all had fun. let's once more go around the table and say our goodbyes. I'm Mike. Thank you all so much for coming. I have been your storyteller this evening. It has been an absolute fucking pleasure telling a story for these guys. You're all such good sports. I appreciate every single one of you. Let's move on to Steak Bait Lacey.
Hey, this is hashtag loves Lacey, and apparently now the spiciest chicken nugget on your block. I'm Saber. It's been an absolute pleasure. Have a great night. I am the spiciest nugget.
And the chef that likes to do their food well done, Babel.
Hi, I've been Babel, your Malkavian netrunner, who is just going from strength to strength, fucking up upon fuck-ups. I'm Nessus Nile. You can find me all over the place as Nessus Nile.
And the man with the sniper rifle but no sense of direction, Hero.
Hi, I've been playing Hero. My name's MK. You can find me on all social media under Moving Castles, Castles with a K.
And our guest star, Ian46, the little Tremere who could.
Little Tremere who could. That's right, my name is EM, not Hunter this time. I played your guest star, Nightrunner Tremere, and I had a lot of fun with all of you, and can't wait to hear more and watch more.
So, once more, guys, thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next time, just to see exactly how these things work out. So, as we always say, if you can't keep it clean, keep it fucking scary. See y'all later.